Somewhere between your paycheck and that concert ticket, something goes wrong with your entertainment budget. The money doesn't run out, it disappears. And the worst part, you don't even remember spending it. You told yourself last month, this time, I'm saving for the trip. This time, I'm actually going to that show. This time, the fun money will still be there when I need it. And then payday hits. And by day 12, you're staring at your balance doing that slow scroll through your transactions looking for a villain. A big purchase that explains it all. A crime scene. But there's no crime scene. Just 100 quiet withdrawals. Coffee that was a little extra. Dinner that seemed fine. A shirt that was on sale. An app subscription you forgot about. Each one reasonable. Each one defensible. And yet, the money you promised yourself for something real. Gone, sitting at someone else's table. Here's what nobody will tell you. This isn't a discipline problem. It's not a budgeting problem. It's a biology problem. And until you understand what's actually firing inside your skull, no app, no spreadsheet, no entertainment budget challenge is going to fix your fun money situation. Your brain is running software that was written roughly 100,000 years ago. Back then, your ancestors didn't have concert dates. They didn't have vacation bookings, sinking funds, or anything that required them to hold money or food in place across time. What they had was one simple command, burned into the deepest layer of the brain. If there is surplus, consume it now, because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. That reflex kept humans alive through ice ages, droughts, and seasons of absolute nothing. It is, technically, the reason you exist. The problem, that reflex never got the update. It doesn't know about your trip in 6 weeks. It doesn't care that you want to see that band before the tour ends. It registers only one thing. There is food here that isn't being eaten. And food that isn't being eaten can rot, get stolen, or disappear. So it eats it, not in one dramatic bite, in small, justified, completely reasonable nibbles, until your leisure savings are gone before you ever knew they were under attack. This is what's happening every time you try to save for something fun. You're fighting 100,000 years of survival programming with a sticky note that says do not touch. And the sticky note keeps losing. Now here's where it gets genuinely strange, and this is the part most people never connect. Your emergency fund, that money sits untouched, almost sacred. Your hands barely want to go near it. Your entertainment budget, gone by week 3 with no explanation. Same brain, same person, same banking app. Why the difference? Your emergency fund is linked to fear, to threat, to survival urgency. The word emergency alone activates the loss avoidance system, one of the most powerful forces in human psychology. Your ancient brain guards that money the way your ancestors guarded fire in winter. It is, neurologically, off limits. Your fun money carries a completely different signal. It's tagged as surplus, excess, nice to have. And surplus to a brain wired for feast or famine is not a treasure to protect, it's a feast to begin. Think about what happens when you get an unexpected bonus, or when a friend repays money you'd already mentally written off, or when a tax refund lands. That money feels lighter, doesn't it? More spendable, almost like it doesn't count the same way. You move through it faster with less resistance on things you'd normally think twice about. That's your brain's labeling system, running quietly in the background. Windfall money, anything that signals surplus, gets mentally tagged as available for burning. And your carefully saved leisure fund, it gets the exact same tag, because from your brain's perspective the signal is identical. There is more here than I need to survive right now. Consume. This is the famine reflex. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human, running ancient code on a modern problem. And this is exactly why the advice you've heard 100 times, just open a fun fund, set up a separate account, name it vacation savings, doesn't hold the way people claim it does. You open the account. You give it a hopeful name. You transfer $50 and feel good about yourself for 4 days. Then something comes up that fires the survival signal, a purchase that feels urgent, a moment of stress, just this once, and suddenly the vacation fund is available again. I'll replace it, you tell yourself. You won't, because your brain already processed it as consumed the moment it reclassified that money as accessible. The account name didn't change the signal. It just moved the feast to a different plate. Here's what actually works. Not discipline, not guilt, not another category in a spreadsheet. What works is giving your brain a different signal, specifically the signal of consequence, of loss, of irreversibility. Your brain understands irreversibility at a cellular level. Loss aversion is one of the most deeply wired responses in human psychology. We feel losses roughly twice as intensely as equivalent gains. Your caveman brain never evolved a mechanism to save for fun, but it absolutely evolved a mechanism to protect territory it has already invested in. So you use that. Move 1. Pre-purchase something non-refundable. The moment you start saving for something, buy one small thing that locks you in: a deposit, a single concert ticket, a non-refundable booking fee. It doesn't have to be much, but the moment money has already left and turned into an obligation, the famine reflex switches sides. Now the threat is losing the investment. Now your ancient brain guards the rest of your savings with the same ferocity it used to eat them. You didn't change your discipline. You changed the signal. Move 2. Rename the account with a specific dated, irreversible cost. Not fund, not vacation savings. Something like Vegas, November 14, hotel deposit already paid. That label makes the money feel attached to a consequence. It stops reading as surplus and starts reading as already committed. The feast signal disappears. The protection signal turns on. Your caveman brain can't eat what it perceives as already spoken for. Move 3. Automate the transfer on payday, before your brain ever sees the money as available. The famine reflex can only consume what it first identifies as surplus. If the money moves before it registers as extra, it never gets tagged for consumption. Out of sight isn't just out of mind, it's off the menu entirely. Not because of willpower, because of timing. 3 moves. None of them require you to be a different person. All of them require understanding how your ancient architecture processes availability, loss, and consequence, and then using those exact triggers in your favor. The caveman in your head isn't your enemy. He is the most powerful behavioral force you will ever have access to if you redirect him correctly. Right now, he's eating your fun money. Redirect him. Give him a real enemy. The impulsive swipe, the mindless scroll, the unconscious leak that bleeds your entertainment budget dry by week 2. Let him guard your leisure savings like they are the last mammoth standing on the continent. Because here's what the other side of this looks like. You go to the concert. You take the trip. You have the weekend away you've been promising yourself for 3 years, not on a credit card. Not with that low-grade hum of financial guilt that turns every supposed fun experience into a hangover that costs twice what the ticket did. With money that was saved, protected, and deployed for exactly the purpose you intended. That's not a budgeting win. That's a biology win. And the difference matters because discipline runs out, but understanding the system doesn't. One last thing before you go. If you've noticed this same famine reflex isn't just showing up in your entertainment budget, that it's quietly working on your emergency fund contributions, your debt payments, the investment transfers you keep planning to start, you're already seeing the bigger picture. The feast-or-famine code has more than one entry point into your finances. And recognizing each one is exactly what separates the people who feel like they're always starting from zero from the people who feel like something is actually being built. That's a bigger conversation, but you already know whether you need to have it.